So I don't know if you know this, but this is not a video essay. This is actually an announcement video because I think the channel needs to move in a new direction, and I think it's going to be a good direction for everybody. I don't know why I'm talking to you like I'm about to tell you, me and mom are getting divorced, but this is I think this is going to be good, and I'm going to explain some of the reasons why. Firstly, the big announcement. I am going to start a sister channel in addition to the Borealis Company. So you're going to have the Borealis Company and you're going to have Borealis Stories. And I want to talk about the three reasons for that. The first one is I want to stop confusing YouTube. So a lot of people don't see it from the creator side, but basically when you post a video on YouTube, you're telling YouTube that's what your channel's about. Not the video, but the entire channel. So when I put out a video essay, YouTube thinks to itself, this is a channel that produces video essays. And so it will push it out to people who like video essays. And it's designed to be a win-win, right? So on one end, it helps me because I'm able to get an audience that is genuinely interested in my work. And it helps YouTube because it keeps people on the platform, right? Engagement is key because that's how companies are able to make money off their ad revenue and sponsorships. What's the point of those if nobody's there to watch them, right? So it also gets really confusing for them and frankly off-brand if you make a video that is not like your other videos. So, if I were to make a painting time-lapse video like I've made in the past, it confuses YouTube because YouTube thinks, wait, you make videos like this, but you made a video like this. Then that will actually halt the momentum of my channel. It's very rare for a channel to be able to pull that off, to pull off a variety model. But a lot of the big YouTubers, even Mr. Beast has sister channels. He has a channel for competitions and the game show kind of template. He's got a channel for philanthropy. He's got a channel, I think, for gaming. He has a reaction channel. He has all these different channels, but they're all designed for very specific things. So that's essentially what I'm going to try to be doing with this. So the Borealis Company will be the video essay channel. Borealis Stories will be the original work and behind the scenes channel. So that's the first reason. It's to help those channels grow in their respective lanes. So that way there's no intermingling and there's no confusion for the algorithm to deal with. And secondly, this is the big turning point for why I decided to make a sister channel. It's to save my ass when I need to have it saved. So video essays get content ID'd all the time, but it's because we use other people's works. But legally speaking, video essayists like myself provide commentary that's designed to be educational and designed to transform the original work in light of the US Copyright Act of 1976. According to this act, basically, we are legally allowed to do that in that way. YouTube, I think, designed their algorithm with good intentions, where, it's to avoid piracy on the website, you will get content ID'd if you use somebody's work. And that's also why I chop it up in every 5 or 6 seconds. That's usually the magic amount that you can use somebody's work before it gets content ID'd. And, my videos get content ID'd all the time. My police story video got content ID'd. My Depeche Mode and Ozzy Osbourne videos got content ID'd. The Ozzy Osbourne one, I actually had to go back and re-edit it to add different footage because of how severe it was. But this most recent video, the second King of the Hill video I did was not only content ID'd, but it was blocked from every country in the world that had access to YouTube. And I looked to see who made that content ID, and it was Disney Enterprises. And I thought, oh shit, I completely forgot. King of the Hill is owned by Fox, and Fox is owned by Disney, the same company that sued a grieving dad for putting Spider-Man on his dead son's tombstone. So, frankly, they called me out on my ignorance. I thought I was too small to be on their radar, but, with an algorithm, nobody's too small. So, I learned that if you get 3 copyright strikes, which I'm lucky that I was able to miss my first one, I just re-uploaded the video and put that god-awful filter on it so the algorithm can find it. But basically, you get 3 copyright strikes. On the 3rd copyright strike, your channel will get either demonetized so you can't make money, or permanently terminated. Which means if I were to put all of my work on one channel and Disney or whatever other bigwig decides to smack a copyright strike on me, all of my work and progress and art basically is gone. So I'm doing a sister channel that's explicitly original work and challenges to basically give myself a failsafe if the copyright gets out of hand on the Borealis Company. So that's the big reason. And then finally, the 3rd reason, I want to keep feeding my soul, and that's something that I want to keep enforcing and really pushing with the work that I do. I love that the channel is growing. I was excited when I got my 7th subscriber. And I say my 7th subscriber because the first 6 on my channel were friends who were willing to pitch in. But the 7th subscriber was the first one that found my videos, saw some value in it, and decided to subscribe. So thank you to subscriber number 7. And now I'm like over 180. That's awesome. It's not enough to join the YouTube partner program, but who fucking cares? I'm in the triple digits. That's awesome. I wasn't expecting that, and I love that I get those interactions and I get to, show my work to people who want to see it, but at the same time, I also want to experiment and tell my own stories and make my own stories and try out stories, and so this will be, the sister channel will kind of be my playground for that. And it's going to be more of some of the outlier videos that you see on this channel. So it's going to be creative challenges like write a song in Dorian, or, turn a cologne into a painting, right? It'll be creative challenges like that. And then it'll be original work like The Playground, that poem that I wrote. And it won't just be poems, again, it'll be songs, it'll be paintings, it'll be, short stories, it'll be character designs, anything like that. And then it'll also be behind the scenes devlogs of big projects that I'm kind of keeping close to the chest that I want to release soon. Case in point, like this snippet of an animation that I'm currently working on right now. So, this is going to be like the big, the big stuff in the pipelines kind of channel. And so, either way, I'm happy, you're happy because you still have the video essays, and we'll be able to move forward from there. And I'm not gonna try to enforce you to subscribe to both. I will do call to actions, which I guess is kind of forceful in that way, but I'm really gonna try not to push it if you don't want it. If you're just here for the video essays, awesome. Stay invested in the Borealis Company. If you want to see the original stuff and some of the more creative ideas, like some of the big inspirations for this new channel are like 1000 and Jazza. If you like those guys, then awesome. Come check out Borealis Stories. If you like both, then hell, subscribe to both. It's it's free. And I think I've hinted at a Patreon in the past. There will be a Patreon in the future, but the Patreon will apply to both channels. So I'm not gonna try to make you double dip, or I'm not gonna try to double dip and have you be a patron to one channel just to be a patron on another channel and you're spending more money than you need to. Again, it's always your choice, but just know the Patreon account is going to apply to everything under the Borealis umbrella. So, yep, that's my big announcement. Sorry, this week's video is an announcement video and not a video essay. I'm apologizing to you guys and not the algorithm. But next week we're going to be on track to do another video essay, and it's going to be about one of my favorite Hong Kong films and what's considered to be one of the greatest romances of all time. If you know, you know.